In June of 2014, my late husband, who was a police officer, was killed in the line of duty.
7 years removed, Angela Givaudan's heart is still shattered. That's how long it's been since she lost her husband, RCMP officer Fabrice Givaudan. He was killed along with 2 other officers in Moncton, New Brunswick.
Well, I was really struggling, quite honestly, and just saying that is difficult to admit. You know, it's been 6.5 years. I feel like people have this sort of misconception of grief that either you're sad and crying and on the floor sort of missing the person or missing what you're grieving, or that you're okay. And it's just, especially in the case of traumatic grief, it's just not like that.
Givaudan's husband was a huge part of their family unit.
He was a beautiful person. He was full of life, and he was a great partner and a great dad and a big presence in our lives that was missed.
It's a complex process to deal with the sudden trauma and grief of losing a loved one on the front lines. That has been made even more difficult with the pandemic. This is why Wounded Warriors Canada started the Surviving Spouses program to help those left behind like Givaudan cope.
We are a vulnerable group, if you will, and so to have a program where we're able to work through things, it needed to be set up in such a way that we were safe to explore the pieces of our traumatic grief that maybe we hadn't had the time or the opportunity to, or the proper resources, proper support to process previously.
The program is a 5-day clinically facilitated group program.
In 2017, we officially expanded the mandate and what we do at Wounded Warriors Canada to include mental health support for veterans, first responders, and their families.
The Surviving Spouses program aims at assisting survivors in exploring the wounds from their traumatic losses by providing skills and resources for coping. It's something Givaudan says she can really use going forward.
It's a really nice feeling to feel like that you've done this hard work, but that already I feel lighter. I feel like some of the parts that maybe I talked about before, or maybe I try to sort out, you know, with the different modalities that I had access to a degree, but this feels like a more complete process that I can feel really, might sound strange, but proud of myself for I did this work, I processed this piece, and now with these tools, I can continue to process what other pieces might be there.
In Toronto, I'm Brandon Rowe for City News.